Okay, I keep using the 1955 for a backdrop on all these videos because half the stuff that used to be in this barn's not my house, so I don't have a whole lot to look at. This is my third shot trying to make this video because the first two times Shelly got me a new GoPro Hero 11 for my birthday, which is the newest, latest, greatest high-end GoPro you can get. And apparently that one records in some sort of in parameters that are leaps and bounds ahead of what my computer recognizes as program. And when you try to open up the video files you recorded on my current computer, it just crashes whatever programs that you have open and says that the video files are unrecognizable. So luckily I got a new Asus laptop for Christmas. So I got a new laptop that's on par with the new GoPro. So unfortunately that also means that I'm going to have to change video editing programs because I'm currently running a pirated version of Windows Live Movie Maker, and I had to pirate it because when I got the laptop that I have now 5-6 years ago, however long it was, Windows Live Movie Maker had not been a thing for like 2 years prior to that. They quit supporting it, so it didn't even come. So I had to find a zip file of it on the internet and download it on the computer. Because I liked Windows Live Movie Maker, it was simple, it was easy, there was no frills, it was free. And I had a format, and it's what I was used to because it's what I started making videos with. How long ago have I been on here now? 13 years? 14 years. Would have been... When did I put my first video up? No. It would have been 2012? I'm pretty sure it's 2012. Because I think that's the year... It would have been the year before I got this... It was 2011 or 2012, somewhere in there was when I put up that very first video pulling my corn picker with the 66. And that was the first year I farmed with my buddies. Anyway, it's been a while. But because I got this new computer, I'm going to have to jump ahead and join the modern world with a different video editing software, which I don't like because I don't like change. So I'm going to have to get used to something different. That's not going to happen on this video because this video I'm still making on my Hero 8. We'll start worrying about new stuff and upgrades after the new year. So for all the people that get put off by the fact that my videos aren't uploaded in 4K or whatever the new latest and greatest video resolution is, that's going to change because now I have a computer that can upload in 4K and I'll have to have a video editing program that is capable of editing in 4K, because that's the reason that my videos are only 240 or 480 or whatever they currently are, is because Windows Live Movie Maker, that's the highest resolution it ever made it to. And I say the people that get put off because you may not believe me, but I've had people literally unsubscribe from my channel because my videos are not uploaded in a high enough resolution to please them, because people are just stupid. But regardless, this is our Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, year-end recap. It's Christmas Day right now. So this has probably been one of the most eventful years I've ever had as far as incidents happening. Started back in, what was it, the end of February when I wrecked my truck that I had just bought that spring before, coming home from work. And then I ripped the undercarriage off of the soil finisher, pulling out of a field and waiting for cars to go around there during planning. And then we got to this fall and I wrecked the truck that I just bought to replace the truck that I wrecked at the beginning of the year when that manhole cover came out from underneath me. And then wadded up the snout on the combine. And what else? Oh, and then I got hit by that SUV spreading lime here a few weeks ago, which I actually was coming home from work the other day they managed to get behind that guy. And apparently he either didn't have insurance or insurance wasn't going to cover it, or he bought it back from insurance. Why he would have bought it back, I don't know, because it was pretty well wrecked. But his SUV still looked exactly like it did after he smoked me, and he was still driving it. So I'm leaning towards he probably didn't have insurance, since he didn't have any of the paperwork or anything with him after he hit me. But I digress. And then I guess the very first bad thing that happened this year would have been we lost the storage shed because that happened right after New Year's. We lost the storage shed, and then I ended up, but I got a barn out of that situation, and it lowered the interest rate because they refinanced my mortgage, so it lowered my interest rate, lowered my mortgage payment, so it all worked out, I guess, and I got a new barn out of it to boot, but I wasn't expecting to have to buy a new barn and another new truck, so that kind of put a hurting on the bank account, but we're back to normal. I'm hoping to save money this year by not doing a bunch of dumb shit like I did last year. Well, I guess I didn't do any dumb shit last year, but like overhauling the motor and T and a bunch of big stuff like that. Buying a new planter, trying to keep things a little more manageable as far as major expenditures on equipment, because I need to start saving up so I can start. The thing that's in the back of my head is I really need to start buying ground. Will I ever be able to afford it? Probably not, the way land prices are right now, and they're getting stupider by the day, and it's kind of hard to make farm ground pencil out when you figure in loan payment, interest, or the principal, the interest, taxes, closing costs, all that bullshit, and it's going to take you like 130 something years to pay off a piece of ground, figuring $200 an acre profit, average. Some years will be more, some years will be less. So, but regardless, it just keeps floating in the back of my mind. I probably need to start paying or start saving up some money to start buying some ground. And the big one I'm thinking of right now is I really want to make sure that 10 acres of muck that I farm, that is my grandmother's, I really want to get that piece bought, because above all else, I don't want that piece leaving the family, because that was her dad's that was her part of her dad's farm, and I just want to make sure, come hell or high water, if nothing else, that 10 acres does not leave the family again. Well, it never left the family to begin with, but I just want to make sure that it does not leave the family. Because all the rest of that ground down there, the other 46 acres of the original 56 acres of her dad's farm. Okay, I guess there's still one more 10 that's owned by her brother. So there'll be 36 acres of that farm that have already been sold off, and I'll probably never have a chance to get again. But anyway, so I'm kind of trying to not spend a bunch of money on dumb shit. I'm not good at that, but I'm gonna try. But I've picked up so far a 5-acre piece that's right across the fence line from that last field of corn that I shelled this year. There's like a 5-acre piece on the east fence, or across the east fence row. It's 5 acres total. There's a pretty decent sized wet spot in the front of it. I'm probably just going to end up farming around because it grows cattails. If it grows cattails, you're probably not going to farm through it. So it's probably going to end up being closer to 4.5, but either way, dirt is dirt, and it's right next to a field I already farmed. It'd be great if I could talk to 2 people and just let me take the fence line out and turning it into, well, it butts up to the little 1.5 acre piece that's in the back next to the house. So if I could take the fence line out and turn it into like a 6.5, 7 acre chunk, whatever it would end up being. I guess it'd end up being 6, because 4.5 and 1.5 is 6. So it'd be a 6 acre chunk. It'd be easier to farm than a 1 acre chunk and a 4.5 acre chunk, but baby steps. So I got that. I got another piece down the road here that's somewhere between 12 and 15, depending on how much of it he lets me farm. The whole field is actually closer to 20, like 25, 28, somewhere in there, but he wants part of it to grow up, and he hunts and rides it side by side. So however much he lets me end up farming, but it should be more than 12, at least 12 acres, if not more. So I picked up a piece there. I got a call out to the concrete plant just south of the elevator I haul into. They have like a 9-acre field out behind the plant doesn't have anything going on with it right now that I know of. I'm pretty sure when I was hauling grain earlier this fall, I saw a guy out there in a zero turn mowing it. So I got a call in down there, but I'm assuming the guy they sent me to must have been on vacation for Christmas or something, because I haven't got a call back yet. At least I hope that's the case. We'll see how that turns out. It'd be nice to get that, because it'd get me another field down in Indiana that's close to the little field I already got down there, so it'll be more worth the while to drive all the equipment down there. And then I got another field that belongs to a friend of mine that's a possibility, but he had to talk to the people that are currently farming it, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. And then last night I was talking to my cousin, and there's actually a 4-acre piece literally right down here at the bottom of the hill, like 100 yards down the road from where I got the wheat planted, that has grown up to weeds, and it was actually for sale for a stupid amount of money. And I don't think it sold, or neither one of us think it sold. And he has the guy's number, so I might maybe possibly get that. But at the very least, I got another between 15 and 20 acres for next year, depending on how much of that one field I end up farming at a minimum. Seeds ordered for next year for the ground that I currently have nailed down. I'd like to pick up. It'd be nice to get some more so I can get some more bean ground. That way I have things more evened out, because right now we're really heavy toward the corn side, and I like to keep things more 50-50, and then you got 22 acres of wheat out. So, but anyhow, looking forward to running the 6180 again. I think that's probably one of the best purchases I've ever made, was jump into that newer corn planter. Well, I know that's one of the best purchases I ever made, was jumping into that new corn planter. That thing saved me and made me money this year, head and shoulders above everything else I've done. So it's going to be good to run that thing again this year. That's basically where things stand. Got like I say, got more ground picked up. We're gonna have new videoing and editing stuff for the channel here, so that'll kind of upgrade the video quality a little bit. Got several upcoming projects, although they're smaller ones. After the first year here, we got to get the injection pump off of this thing and get it taken down and get rebuilt and upgraded to what the plungers and hydraulic head that are actually supposed to be on it for a 1955 instead of an 1855. Got all the hay equipment to go over. I'm getting tires for the 4150 after the first of the year. February is gonna hurt the wallet a little bit. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's money that's got to be spent. So anyhow, I guess this introduction's gotten longer. This little spiel here at the beginning of the video has gotten longer than what I intended it to be. So I think we've got everything laid out as far as how things went and how things are going to go. So that being said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We picked up, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,500, 5,000 subscribers this year, so hopefully we can pick up another 4,000 or 5,000 this year, and we'll just have to see what 2023 brings. Hopefully it's less eventful as far as catastrophic stuff happening than this year was, because I can't deal with that much stress again in one year. I felt like I was about to have a heart attack. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And here is our year-end review. So that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next.